So inside of the brand new Grow a Garden update, we have a bunch of new weather events to cover, and alongside this, what you can use to optimize your garden in order to grind these mutations to just start making a bunch of money. Now, starting off with the main thing though, is some of these, once again, are going to be from admin events. Jandel did apologize for the new update being bad, so most likely he's going to make up with it by, spamming new admin events. So do note, most likely some of these admin event ones, weather events will come back. So do make sure though, you just obviously, wait for that. That's only really going to be grindable if you just stay in the game and wait for him to run those. But besides that, for the most part, a lot of these are on basic new weather events and pets. So for example, we're going to start off with this one right here, which is the Verdant. This is going to be obtained through this fat parrot right here, which is right here. Yeah. So this is going to be called, if I could even click on it, the Scarlet Macaw. So what this is going to do is every 11.5 minutes. So at start, it's like 12 minutes. It is going to have a 16.7% chance to mutate a nearby fruit, applying the Verdant mutation. Now, this is one of the newer mutations. Also, do note every single resource and information in this video is going to be pulled from my website. So if you want to check out my website, this has a calculator, so you can see mutations and all that on the homepage. This will probably be the link I give you. Scroll down. We also have a stock notifier, which works with all the new crap, but it'll be right here on the garden calculator. You just come on down and see all of the new stuff. So you can see the summer stuff, all the new plants, and all of this, and all the new mutations. So I'll be using this for all of the new stuff that I'm listing in today's video. But as we see, the Verdant is going to only have a 4x base multiplier. Now, once again, though, this does, as you see, block you from getting the sun-dried mutation. So you can't get Verdant and sun-dried and paradisal, but you can get sun-dried and paradisal. So sun-dried has the better half of them, so I'd recommend trying to grind for sun-dried rather than the other things, just because it has a better base cell value. Since this is 18, this is 4, and this is 85. Now, alongside this pet is going to be obtained from the new highest rarity egg. So over at the egg men, I was able to get this earlier since it was in rotation. It's this one right here, the Paradise Egg. So it's going to be from this. Paradise Egg is like 50 million, I believe, and this is one of the more rare pets in it, but nonetheless, it's still pretty decent. And obviously, if you're grinding mutations, you might as well get anything extra you can. The next one is going to be called Windstruck. So I can probably find any plant with this Windstruck right here. This is going to be one of the newer ones. I'll just pull out this pepper with Windstruck. So it's going to be, I don't think, yeah, there's a bit of a visual effect. So this one has wet as well, but it's that aura effect that it has emitting right now. Windstruck is going to give a 2x multiplier, I believe. Yeah, only a 2x increase, which is once again pretty horrible, but it is like same with wet, where wet is also only like a 2x. So it's not that bad, but it is also not that good. Now, the next one is going to be the Twisted. So these are all the actual obtainable ones. So Twisted is going to be, I should probably have one of them. This is a more harder to obtain since this is from like the rarer variant of the Windstruck. So I'll probably have a hard time finding a plant with it, but nonetheless, still a pretty decent. It has a 5x increase on the base, or on the cell value, not the base cell value. Base is only increased by gold and rainbow, in case you wondered. But still though, pretty decent plant. This is going to be actively only obtainable through the weather event. As you see, this one does not have it. I'm kind of depressed, dang. But Twisted, none of the, less. This is decent mutation. Paired with Windstruck, you can get like a 7x increase, but still though, kind of rare, but none, still decent. The next is going to be the Sun-Dried Mutation. Now, this is going to be from the new, it's like I think it's called a Heat Wave event. Now, this is where the new item, the Tanning Mirror, comes into play. So what the Tanning Mirror does is think of the Lightning Rod, but for this event. So pretty much this side will just like shoot down beams of light at your plants and dry them, as you might say. So when it dries them, they get this new mutation. Now, though, do note with this new mutation, this has an 85x on base cell value, or not base, once again, on just cell value. So this is a newer, higher one than most other ones. So this is a good one. I do believe Shocked isn't this high. The Shocked is a 100. So Sun-Dried is pretty decent, especially for grinding money. So if you're grinding like just basic mutations like gold, this, celestial, and all that stuff, just the basic, more rare, commonly obtainable ones. But still, this is going to be a pretty decent plant mutation to have. Once again, though, since it is going to be more rare and have a decent increase on the value. The next is going to be the I'm not even going to try to say that. See this word right there? It's that one. Anyway, so this one is going to have an 18x cell value increase. I don't actively know how to get this, but give me like 5 seconds and I can probably show you how to get it. Anyways, I'm probably not going to find it, but this has an 18x from what it says. And then next, we're going to have the Twisted, which Twisted is already covered. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Galactic. Galactic is going to be from that one event, right? That the admin was spamming, Jandel. That's like the really big one where you go into the, onto space and all that. This is the first admin only, I believe. So this has a 120x cell value increase. This is from that whole event where like the rocket boosters pop up and shoot the island into space and all that. Pretty cool animation, but that is going to be the one that is obtained from just an admin event. 120x increase on base sell value, not base, holy crap, I'm an idiot, on the sell value. So still pretty decent, but the next one is going to be alien-like. So this is going to have a 100x sell value, and this is going to be from the alien weather event. This is once again, I think, another admin. I have not, from understandment, assumed this is a non-admin one, but this is going to have a 100x sell value increase. And then besides that, there's the meteoric. I'm not even going to try to say that one, but that has a 125x. This is from an unreleased update, I believe, or an admin, once again. Further, with all of these, though, if you were to have all of the new mutations on a plant, just the new ones, by the way, you could have that, Windstruck, Alien-like, Sun-Dried, Paradis, we're just going to call it the Paradise mutation, Twisted and Galactic, you're going to have a 450 increase on your plant sell value. Obviously, pair that with gold, it's going to be something like 9,000. Rainbow, like 22,000. Still pretty cool to consider all these new ones. And if once again though you were to stack on all the other previous mutations, so Shocked, Frozen, Chocolate, Moonlit, Bloodlit, Celestial, I'll show you Disco, Zombify, Plasma, Void Touch. So Plasma and Void Touch are also admin only. They also are running Heavenly. Dawnbound isn't going to be obtainable since it's Honey Glazed, Pollinated, Cooked, Burnt, or no, Cooked is better, Molten, and then you click gold, boop, boom, 20,000 rainbow, and you can get like a 50,000 X sell value on your plant. Now, if you were to hypothetically have literally everything on, say you're a normal person and using something like a moon melon, and say your moon melon's like 150 kg, that is going to be a 300 billion, and then you stack on a friend boost, boom, it's like 480 billion. Now, very overpowered, very great update. Honestly, comment what you think. If you do want to join the Discord notifier, we have a weather notifier, so you can get notified on weather events. So if you are trying to grind some of these mutations on like some high value plant, you can join the Discord server. We'll have everything there. I should have everything fully set up by hopefully the end of tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. Pretty much that'll be it. So